Right, welcome everyone to another special video review of DreamWorks Voltron Legendary Defender action figures produced by the P&A of 2016, Playmates Toys. Not to judge this company because this is a new toy line, so giving them their fair opportunity here at the reviewing station, let's proceed onward. Off the hype of the Red Lion here today, we're taking a look at the legendary Green Lion, which is piloted by Pidge, who is no longer a boy. He's actually a girl in this series. Spoiler alert if you didn't know that, but hey, it was to be expected eventually. So, having said that now, let's take a look at the packaging from what you've seen here. We got a nice picture of Voltron in piss-off mode. We've got a fire beam feature going on here. Legendary Series 16-inch Voltron encased in a silhouette except for the actual figure at hand, which is the Green Lion, which makes up the left arm of Voltron. So there's that. Not much else going on the front of the packaging, so here's the back. We got that brief summary of Voltron Defender of the Universe again. We don't need to see it. Got the legendary Green Lion's brief summary right here in one complete sentence. So I'll let you read that real quickly. And now we're moving on. So here we have that fire vine beam feature going off here. And of course, the missile looks like an ice missile again. Yay! And then we've got Pidge here with her speeder, which if you go by what it actually says, it says include speeder with pilot Pidge. So once again, I got tongue twisted. 20 points of articulation, sorry, 20 plus points of articulation, which is 100% accurate. Collect Green Lion, Red Lion to form Voltron Sword, which is the Blazing Sword, and this will be the figure to complete that said Blazing Sword. What was the silhouette on the front of the packaging is now completely revealed here on the back of the packaging for the build Voltron. So there you have that. And that's going to do it for the packaging. Not much else to really say there. So let's bring in the Green Lion. And oh boy, do we have a lot to talk about. Because I've had some time to mess around with this figure. And this, unfortunately, is where the line is going to slope in the reviews. Because the Green Lion is loaded. And I mean loaded with issues. Now, it may be just mine. Results will be different per release of the Green Lion figure. And just basically all the lines. So, I'm not going to judge this as a massive issue. So, this may skip a beat, but it might end up in someone else's direction eventually. So, keep an eye out and be forewarned about this. What you are about to experience is full-on rage. I hate to say it, but it is. And I'm going to try to do it in a polite way because it's not really Playmates Toys' fault the way this figure came out, because this is just one out of so countless many. So let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and take off, well, first and foremost, let's go ahead and take a look at the included contents, because if I don't, I'll forget again. So here we have the instruction manual for the Green Lion, yay! And here we have the product catalog for all the toys of Series 1 and roleplay items from Voltron Legendary Defender. As seen on Netflix, and it's now streaming on Netflix. The only way to watch it is on Netflix, so there's that. We don't have to go through it. Go watch the Red Lion review if you want to see it. So, with that said now, I will go ahead and take off the shield, because this gets in the way of everything that I do. And it is a nice shield. We'll go ahead and take a look at it. So, got a nice metallic gold here. We got nice glossy black to fill this in. It is on gray plastic, so it is what it is, but hey, it is a nice paint job. It's pretty crisp and clean, something that the Green Lion does not actually consist of. Some of the paint job on this figure is sloppy, or if worse, damaged. This is one of them. As you can see, the nose on the Green Lion's got some chipping going on. The jaw portion on the Green Lion has got some chipping as well. It is kind of a sloppy mess. There is some chipping going on here on this yellow portion here. And I'm sure there's some chipping going on somewhere around the feet of the Green Lion. But I'm not going to take the time to check that out anyway. So with that said, let's go ahead and get to the articulation on the Green Lion, because it's one and the same with the Red Lion. Not much of a difference going on here. There's no ratchet here. They're supposed to be, but on my figure, which is one of the problems, the ratchet is broken. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, it still does hold in place. you can see it holds just fine. It's just there's no ratchet. Kind of sucks, but it still works. Even if it doesn't work, it still works. Catch my drift? For the rest of the articulation on the head, we do have the opening and jaw feature here, and by opening I mean manually, and by closing, instantly. Listen to that. That is very loud. That is very tight. Very strong. I could break this if I keep that up. And I might chip the paint job. And yep, there it is. And there it is. I mean, what else can I say? Yeah. So, anyway, back to the articulation. We've got a nice ratchet here. Kind of weak on this side. Maybe it's different on this side. This one feels a little more sturdy. So there's that. We do have a ratcheting joint for the knee of the leg and the front leg. We do have a ratcheting joint for the front paws. We do have a ratcheting joint for the back legs on the Green Lion. We do have an inside joint, which is hidden by the leg. So there's that. We do have a nice ratcheting joint at this knee section here. And we do have a no ratchet, but it is on a click joint still, as you can see. Still clicks into place. Just like the Red Lion, the back paws, for some reason, don't really work for ratcheting. But that's not all. We also have some Voltron arm articulation going on here with a bicep swivel and an elbow joint. And unfortunately, this is not working right. It works this way, but when you go this way, it's breaking. You can tell. You can hear that cracking. It's breaking. That sucks. And one more common issue, at least on my Green Lion, is that this swivel joint for the tail is really dang loose. Like, really bad. Well, the Red Lion's tail can hold its position straight forward. The Green Lion cannot. It droops. Still nice that they actually painted the tip of the tail, so I do appreciate that. So, that said, that basically takes care of a good chunk of problems I've got with the Green Lion. So let's move onward so we can get to the rest. Start off with the pilot. So here is Pidge in her sled. And it is completely different from Keith's sled. As you can see, I was not lying in the first video review of this series. The sleds are different sculpts. They are unique in their own way. And they are lacking in the paint job for the pilots and the seats. So, big deal. It is black plastic that's painted over for the front, just to let you know which line gets this and which line gets that. So, with that said, what you can do with Pidge is you can open up the compartment down here in the belly of the Green Lion, just like the Red Lion. Slide this in like so. Close it back up. And there you go. Now Pidge is piloting her Green Lion. And again, if you watch the cartoon, they pilot the heads, not the belly. But it's a toy, it's to be expected. So, now with that said, here is the weapon that this Green Lion comes with. It is a nice cannon that is supposed to fire a vine beam. And by it's supposed to, it doesn't really, at least on mine. And this is another problem with this toy. It's broke. It was locking in earlier, at least for a certain time, but now it's not doing it, so I can't show off the feature. But what you can do is you can tab it on the top of the Green Lion and give it a nice weaponry backpack of murder, death, kill. So there's that. Oh, and it does swivel, just to let you know. So there's that as well. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, what do you say we get the Green Lion into its arm mode? So let's not waste any more time. Start off with the tail. So I like to work my way from the back all the way to the front. It makes sense. Try to find the perfect alignment for the tail. Get it to tab in, like so. Bring up the paws, and then bring up the ratcheting joints. And get them to sit flush, like so. Easier said than done. This one's not in all the way. There we go. Now that we got that, let's work our way here. So, unlike the Red Lion, you won't really need fingernails for this portion because there are some areas that you can actually grab and hold on to when opening up the backpack. So now that we got that out of the way, let's do the hardest part about this transformation. Open up, bring the arms in on the rail system here, like so. Bring down this paw, make sure it's sitting flush, and then bring this all in like so. And there will be this seat for the legs, as you can see. Do the same on this side here, which is easier said than done. Just like the Red Lion, I am having some difficulty with the right front leg. So if you can find the right placement and get it to slide in perfectly on the rail system, then you can bring down the paws, bring down the whole entire leg like so. And if you're lucky enough, if you don't have a problem like my figure, you can actually get this to ratchet flush in between these two bits right here. And that will completely keep it aligned perfectly with both arms in place, both legs in place, and you will be able to close it up flush. As you can see, I was having a major crisis with this earlier. You really should be glad you didn't see that take of this video review. It was a nightmare. Still, with that said, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Bring down this portion, and there you go. That is basically the left arm, except we forgot to apply the shield. Now that that is there you go. And I also forgot to bring the tab out, so that will be the connection section for the shoulder of Voltron for the left arm of the Green Lion. There it is. Completed. Absolutely. Not much else to really say here. It does look pretty good. What else can I say? I can't really say much else about this. Well, I do admit that the front does kind of look offsetting. I mean, this isn't really accurate to the actual face of the Green Lion. This section here in the front, this pyramid-looking thing, is supposed to be smaller, like about the size of the teeth. Why it's so big, I have no idea. It makes the front face look goofy. He-Man! I just had to do it. So, outside of that, it is nice. You do have your fair range of play of articulation. You do have your bicep swivel, like I showed off before. And you do have your elbow joint. And if you don't have the shield in the way, it makes it a lot easier. But that said, there's still not much play for the elbow joint unless you move these bits out of the way. Then you get more clearance to play with the elbow joint without trying to break your Green Lion. That is quite the mess. So with that said, that's about it for the Green Lion's arm mode. Last portion of this review will be the Blazing Sword. So here is the last bit that the Green Lion comes with for the Blazing Sword. There is a little chipping on mine, but I can paint that over very easily with some nice glossy black paint. But the rest of the paint job on it seems pretty crisp and clean. Not much really to explain about the detail on this. But as you can see, it's one of those sliding things. So what you got to do is you got to line this up just right with the actual blade. Easier said than done. Like so. Bring this down like so. Make sure you got everything lined up. You will notice that there is this little circle indent here that's going to go into the circle hole here. Like so. Get that to line up on the bottom as well. And there you go. There is the completed Blazing Sword. And since I do not have the Red Lion in arm mode, I will just use the Green Lion because it can hold it as well. And there is the completed assembly. And as you can see, unlike the previous review of the Red Lion, the sword is not moving around freely. It is holding in there pretty flush, pretty shut. Thanks to the spring here on the jaws of the lions, this sword is not going anywhere anytime soon, no matter which way you turn the head. This way, heck, this way. It will hold on very securely. So there is that portion. So we are done with that. The only thing I need to do is show off a quick side-by-side comparisons with the Red Lion. And I will do that once I get this thing back into its lion mode off the camera, not to waste time. So stay tuned. Boom. Okay, and here is the Green Lion back in its completed lion mode. But having said that, it's not completed. I just want to let you guys know that I forgot to put the tab back in. So now that I did that, and now that it looks appropriate, let's continue on with this comparison. So here it is, the moment you all have been waiting for. Here's the side-by-side comparisons with previously reviewed Red Lion, and they are different in many ways. They are not the same sculpt at all. Difference in color, difference in scale. It is a completely different lion when compared to the Red Lion. They are very unique in their own way. One has a problem, one doesn't. One I really like, one could have been so much better. But, you know, again, results will be different. And I just gotta deal with that as much as you guys have to. So, that's gonna do it for this video review. Do I recommend the Green Lion? Well, not this one. If you happen to come across one just like this, take it right back. Having said that, hopefully there will be no more problems to come out of the Green Lion set. Or better yet, let's just say the whole entire Voltron set. Hopefully no one else is experiencing this problem. But if you are, sound out down below. Let me hear your story about it. Are you having problems with your Green Lion? Or any of the 5 lions from the Legendary series? Having said that, I'm done with this video review. If you have any questions or comments, hit down below in the comment section of the video. I will answer you when I got time. If you like today's video review, hit the thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, because I have to say it, because YouTube's forcing me to say it still, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more video reviews just like the one you're seeing here today, whether it's elongated or concise. Your choice. Enjoy. I'm giving everybody a free option here. And this is the one and only Redis Power signing off, saying thank you very much for watching this, and I will see you whenever you see me. And again, if you do actually see one in this bad of condition, take it back. I'm begging you, take it back.